If you are between the ages of 50 and 80, I want you to take a moment and think about the most dangerous piece of furniture in your house. You might be thinking it's a wobbly step stool or perhaps the slippery rug in the bathroom. But for millions of us in this age bracket, the most deceptive enemy is actually the comfortable, deep armchair or the low sofa in the living room. We have all had that moment. You sit down for a cup of tea or to watch the news, you relax, and your hips sink lower than your knees. Then, when the doorbell rings or it's time to use the restroom, you find yourself stuck. You have to rock back and forth 3 times to get momentum, you let out a little oof sound, or you have to grab the armrest to hoist yourself up. If you're nodding your head right now, I need you to listen closely. That struggle is not just getting old, it is a warning light on your body's dashboard, and it is flashing red. Today, we're going to have a serious but hopeful conversation about what is happening to your legs between the ages of 50 and 80, and exactly how to fix it without stepping foot in a gym. There is a specific type of strength that starts to vanish rapidly after menopause for women and andropause for men. It is not just about the size of your muscles, it's about the wiring that connects your brain to your legs. The ability to stand up effortlessly is the single most important indicator of whether you'll be able to live independently in your 80s and 90s. If you lose this ability, you lose your autonomy. But the good news is, you can rebuild it. Whether you are 55 and just noticing a little stiffness, or 75 and relying on a walker, the neurological connection can be woken up. And we're going to do it using the very chair you are sitting on right now. To understand why this is happening, we need to look under the hood of the aging body. Medical science tells us that starting around age 30, we lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. But for those of us over 50, the story gets more specific. We don't lose all our muscle fibers equally. We have endurance fibers, which help us walk around the grocery store, and we have power fibers, or fast-twitch fibers, which help us catch ourselves if we trip or push us out of a chair. Aging attacks the power fibers first. This is why you might feel fine walking around the block, but terrifyingly weak when you try to stand up from a low garden stool or get out of the car. Your sprinters are asleep. The exercise we're covering today, the sit to stand, is designed to specifically target these sleeping power fibers and the nerves that control them. Before we jump into the movement, we must set the stage for safety. When you are 20, you can exercise on a whim. When you are 60 or 70, preparation is half the battle. I want you to look at your environment. We never, ever do this exercise on a chair with wheels. An office chair is a recipe for a hip fracture. You need a sturdy, heavy dining chair or a solid armchair that won't slide backward. Next, look at your footwear. Socks on a hardwood floor are dangerous. Please wear rubber-soled shoes or do this barefoot on a non-slip surface so you can feel the floor. If you are in your later years or feeling particularly unsteady today, position your chair facing a sturdy countertop or place a walker directly in front of you. This is your safety net. We want to challenge your muscles, not your balance, at least not yet. Let's get into the mechanics of the sit to stand. This is not just standing up and sitting down, it is a precision drill. Start by sitting on your chair, but scoot your bottom forward so you are on the front edge of the seat, away from the backrest. Your feet should be flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Now, here's the secret adjustment that most seniors miss. Slide your feet back slightly so your heels are just behind your knees. This foot placement gives you the mechanical advantage you need to leverage your body weight. Sit tall, elongate your spine, and imagine a string pulling the crown of your head to the ceiling. Good posture is essential here because a rounded back shuts down the connection to your glutes, the powerhouse muscles of your hips. Now for your hands.
If you are reliant on armrests to stand up, your legs are slowly forgetting how to do their job. Our goal is to retire the arms. Cross your hands over your chest in a mummy position. If that feels too scary or unstable for you right now, you can extend your arms out in front of you like a zombie for balance, or lightly hover your hands over your thighs. The rule is try not to push. The movement starts with a hinge. Lean your torso forward from the hips, keeping your back flat. Think nose over toes. You have to shift your weight forward to counter the gravity pulling you back. Then comes the drive. Without using momentum, I want you to push the floor away from you. Drive through your heels. As you rise, squeeze your backside muscles, your glutes, and your thigh muscles. Exhale sharply as you stand up. Imagine you're blowing out a candle across the room. Stand all the way up. Don't stay bent over at the hips. Open your hips fully and stand tall and proud. This moment of full extension is crucial for counteracting the slump many of us develop from sitting too much. But wait, we're only halfway there. The second half of this movement is actually where the fountain of youth lies. It is the sitting down portion. In fitness terms, this is called the eccentric phase. Many people over 60 have a tendency to plop into the chair. They get halfway down, gravity takes over, and they drop. Every time you plop, you are missing the opportunity to strengthen your legs. We are going to control the descent. I want you to unlock your hips, push your bottom way back as if you're reaching for the chair with your tailbone, and lower yourself on a slow count of 3. 3, 2, 1, touch. Soft landing. If you can control the lowering phase, you are building the exact strength needed to prevent falls and protect your knees. Let's troubleshoot the common issues that plague our age group. Pain is a very real reality for many of us between 50 and 80. You might have osteoarthritis in the knees or a stiff lower back. If you feel sharp, shooting pain, you must stop. However, distinct from bad pain is the sensation of effort or muscle burn. That is safe. A common mistake I see is the knee cave. As you push up, your knees might knock together. This puts terrible stress on your hips and ankles. Fight to keep your knees pushing slightly outward, aligned with your middle toes. Another mistake is holding your breath. As we get older, our blood pressure can be sensitive to breath holding. Keep the air flowing. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. If you're thinking, I can't do this, my legs are too gone, I have a modification for you. It is never too late. If you cannot stand up without hands, that is okay. Put 2 firm pillows on your chair to raise the seat height. It's much easier to stand from a high stool than a low sofa. Practice there first. Use your hands if you absolutely must, but try to use them 10% less each day. Maybe use just 3 fingers on the armrest, then 1 finger, then just a hover. Progress is progress, no matter how small. On the flip side, if you are an active 65-year-old and this feels too easy, try the hover. When you go to sit down, stop 1 inch above the seat, hold it for 3 seconds, and then stand back up without ever resting. That will wake up those legs in a hurry. So, how do we fit this into a life that is already busy with doctor's appointments, gardening, grandchildren, or perhaps still working? You do not need to carve out 45 minutes for a gym session. You need to snack on this exercise throughout the day. I call it the commercial break challenge. If you're watching your favorite evening program, every time the commercials come on, stand up and sit down 5 to 10 times. If you watch an hour of TV, you've just done 30 squats without thinking about it. Another great trigger is the kitchen. While the microwave is counting down or the coffee is brewing, do 5 reps. By integrating this into your daily habits, you stop viewing exercise as a chore and start viewing it as a maintenance routine, just like brushing your teeth. Let's talk about the ripple effect of this movement. Why should a 70-year-old care about strong quads? It's not about looking good in shorts. It's about the fact that the leg muscles are the largest glucose sink in the body. When you work these muscles, they soak up blood sugar, which is vital for managing type 2 diabetes or prediabetes, conditions that are rampant in our demographic. It's about bone density. The compression of this movement tells your bones to stay hard and fights osteoporosis. It's about circulation. The muscle pump in your legs helps return fluid to the heart, reducing that swelling in the ankles that many of us get by the evening. But perhaps the most emotional benefit is independence. The motion of the sit to stand is the exact same motion required to get off a toilet, to get out of a car, and crucially, to get up off the floor. One of the greatest fears for those over 75 is falling and not being able to get up. By strengthening these specific muscles, you are building the self-rescue machinery. You are buying yourself insurance against helplessness. You are ensuring that you can still get down on the rug to build blocks with your grandchild and, more importantly, get back up gracefully when playtime is over. I want to leave you with a thought on mindset. In our culture, we are often told that after 50, it's a steady decline. We are told to take it easy. I'm here to tell you that taking it easy is the quickest way to rust. Your body is incredibly resilient. Even at 70 or 80, your muscles can learn, they can grow, and they can get stronger. It might take a little longer than it did when you were 20, but the potential is there. Do not accept the old person shuffle as your destiny. I challenge you to try this today, just 5 repetitions. Listen to your body, respect your current limits, but push gently against the boundaries of what you think you can do. Feel that burn in your thighs and know that it is the feeling of capability returning to your body. Waking up your weak legs isn't just about walking better. It's about walking through the next 20 years of your life with confidence, head held high, knowing that you can stand on your own 2 feet, literally and metaphorically. Start today. Your future self will thank you.